names. Francis Majuega Chiwanuka, a natural resource scientist and a vet. In our take today, we are trying to look at how best we can start poultry venture. And we look at a number of things on how best one can start, because poultry is a business itself. So if we don't start well, we may not have the gains, we may not have the results as we expect them to be. Starting basically entails that we build a business that is going to last. Building a business that's going to last requires a number of things that put into perspective. For example, in any profit-making organization or business or something like that, you need to get prepared in the beginning. Some other farmers just get the idea because the market is demanding products, and then you find somebody just jumps on the wagon and then starts farming. So many of the farmers that are actively doing the business today are not paying attention to the details, and this is exactly where the losses come about. So we look at a business in a way that we must start and set ourselves. We also look at the safety of the products that we put on the market. You look at how people do it, and then with so many drugs that we use in production, but that comes as a result because somebody has failed to pay attention to the quality of the feed. Always, we take somebody through what it takes to produce a product that is fit for the market and a product that is safe for human consumption, because free from drugs. Because we very well know that when we take products that have drug residues, again, we have issues as humans. Some of the drugs that will cure our problems end up not being effective just because we have residues resulting from the antibiotics that we use in the animal line. Somebody going into, for example, breeders, somebody going into layers, we kind of forecast. We say, where is the market? As much as you say that the market is always there, but somebody starting would need it or would love to sell the products as he produces them. So we do some little focus, we do marketing strategies, because we also have, there is what we call market preferences. Different markets around this place now, just as we speak now, markets have preferences. You may find that somebody, in case of broilers, for example, some people want parts of the chicken, not the whole chicken. You may find somebody is interested in the wings. And then you find somebody just the breast. So we have these specialized producers that get a chicken from a farmer and then work on it to get pieces. They are looking at the market preferences for the different customers. Where am I going to do production from, for example? If you are doing production in an area, which area is not the market for the product, again, you need to pay attention. Am I going to produce broilers? Yes, but then transporting them from where I'm producing them from to the market, what is the distance? What are the dynamics that I have to take care about so that I may reach the market when these products are still safe? Broilers are not products that can be moved long distances when they are ready. They need to be moved the shorter distances, and those that manage to transport them longer distances do it in the night, not during the day when the weather is too hot. So these are some of the things that we need actually to pay attention to. We do farming of poultry in houses. So we have what we call qualities of a good poultry house. There are four. One, we look at the size of the house. We call it the interior space. When you are stocking, in most of the cases, we take it to so many feet, so many meters, but ideally, we are stocking breeders, one breeder per square feet, and then one layer per square feet. So that would be a space enough. When we look at the equipment, of course, we are talking about drinkers, we are talking about the feeders that we use. The rest of the laying boxes, for example, inside of layers, those ones come after. But we pay particular attention to the size and ratios of the feeders and the drinkers. The reason being, any profitable poultry venture this time around works on an element called uniformity. So we must grow our birds uniform in size. What does it mean? It means for somebody doing broilers, they must be sold near at the same time because they were put on the same day. Somebody doing layers, for example, uniformity aspect comes in that when they start production, they nearly start at the same time. So that means that I'm getting my eggs as I projected them. And when you are doing kind of the cost benefit analysis, we take you through what it means that you must put it this and get this. The only way we can get the results as we project them is working alongside the element called uniformity. For purposes of preparation, we look at disinfection because sometimes we have houses that we keep birds. These houses have done rearing for some time, or once or twice, or many times. And some of our dear colleagues, dear farmers, have houses that are new, but still there. We need to do something on them so that the question comes in as we try to ask, but why should I disinfect? My house is new. Why? Because we want to start in a disease-free environment. But in this time when we are doing the work of disinfection, we use strictly disinfectants. Why? We don't need, just want to kill all the disease-causing organisms before we start. So a good start also will help us to control the problems that will come as diseases. We have a strategy that we call a disease control strategy. It takes a number of areas, but it starts from preparation, what equipment somebody is using. We have diseases that come from the feed, we call them deficiency diseases or problems. So when we take you through what it means, how to start with the feed, so that you don't get deficiency problems. So basically, when we prepare ourselves to start, we look at areas that can have our business, see it through without getting or minimal problems. Vaccination is part and parcel in that line of disease control strategy. As much as breeders, these people who supply us with the or the chicks, have vaccination programs that they give, but we sometimes refer to the area vets because different programs are not the same with the different areas. So at this point in time, we look at the vets in the particular areas and advise us on how to handle the vaccination. They may decide, for example, to change the program that you were initially given, but that is okay because they know the place better, they know the environment, the disease problems in that area much, much better. Another set of purposes of preparation, there is what we call a state of biosecurity. Biosecurity is just bio is life, and then security is just taking care of the health. There is no cost that is attached to this item called biosecurity. You just have to get organized and then do the needful. The intention is to keep disease-free environment. My birds must not get sick. Sorry, I must not spend much money on buying drugs. And the intention is to have to widen the profit margin because this is what we are looking for. Again, if you are spending more on drugs, you find that even the growth rates are slow. And we take you through on how you handle the concentrates. But does not stop from the concepts alone. We also look at the materials that you are going to mix with the concentrates so that you get the quality feed. Feeding, just as we say in perspective of production or poultry production, takes over 70% of the cost of production. So all the attention, having set well with the preparations, then we focus on the feed in its totality. So we look at the materials that we use when you're going to mix the feed. We pay attention to the moisture content of the materials that we use to mix with the concentrate. The reason being, if we mix our feed with materials that are wet, that are high in moisture, we are going to create an environment where this product, which is a mix that we call feed, that is wet, and so keeping it for some time, it will build molds, it will cake. So caking results into molds, and that results into toxins. And then, of course, we shall have cases whereby what we intended to give to the birds as feed is now poison. So we guard against that from the start, and we take farmers through the do's and the don'ts of making a good feed. The good thing with the Intraco converter feeds, we have a starter feed, which is called the pre-starter, Intraco pre-starter. So you don't need to put anything in the feed for the first week. And we only do the mixing after the first week, that is starting the second week. We shall see what it takes to do with the feed.